Hello everyone, and welcome to another Cartoon Galaxy Rant. I'm Mars Moon, and I like to rant about cartoons. And boy, oh boy, do I have some interesting news for you. If you are a cartoon lover, and you are a lover of the show Firefly, you are sure in for a treat. Turns out that there was an announcement, so I think around the date of March 15th is what I saw, that there is going to be a Firefly animated series. So they're bringing back Firefly, which I think is really fantastic. Firefly never got the chance that it really deserved. It aired on Fox way back in the day and only was given one season. So it was barely given a chance, even though it was a really fun and interesting show created by Joss Whedon, who was responsible for a lot of other cool shows and movies. I know one that pops in my head is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So yeah. But Fox just kind of terminated the show before they could even continue. I mean, one season, that's insane. They did return in 2005 in a movie that at least concluded everything, so the fan base of the show was able to have that. The movie was called Serenity, but we can't deny the fact that even though there was season one and a movie, that fans of the show still want more. There's no doubt about it. So hearing that they're going to reboot the show is fantastic. And it's even more fantastic that they're going to do it as an animated series. I've talked about in videos before this one. Other commentators have also talked about the fact that animation is important and it doesn't seem to be given as much love as it deserves. So it's actually wonderful news to hear that by bringing back Firefly, they're going to do it in an animated fashion. And it makes sense because the cast is older. As far as what I've read, the plan is to make this animated series a continuation from the Firefly series. So somewhere between the Firefly show and the movie. So it's going to be between that timeline. So you figure the characters are still rather young, but the actors are, old or older. Not to mention that one of the actors had passed away and wouldn't even be able to reprise his role, the role of Shepard. This definitely warrants having an animated series because you could keep the characters remaining young. And from what I have researched, they are going to get if they haven't already, gotten a voice actor to play Shepard. To provide a little bit more information in terms of this show, there isn't a release date yet. I do know it is in production, but it looks like it's definitely official. They do have a script already for the first episode. They do have a name for the show. The show's title is going to be called Firefly Still Flying. They did get the blessing of the creator of the show, Joss Whedon, but to my understanding, he's not going to be behind the show. He's not going to be behind creating anything like that with this new show like he did with the original. So I will get back to that. I know that is something that people are not too keen about. They also did get 20th Century Studios into the idea of rebooting this. 20th Century is now owned by Disney. But yeah, so 20th Century Studios is on board. Joss Whedon gave his blessing. There are also the showrunners for this, which is they're actually a husband and wife duo, Tara Butters and Mark Guggenheim. So Tara Butters, at least according to the article that I looked at, she was behind Agent Carter and Dollhouse, and Mark Guggenheim is behind Arrow and Tales of Arcadia. So, that's a little bit in terms of their background. And for the animator, they're going to have Shadow Machine. They have quite a good background. They worked on BoJack Horseman, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. I also saw in another article that they did some stuff with Robot Chicken, which was on Adult Swim. So they have a nice background. I think I saw somewhere too that they're an award-winning type of animation company. So they have a very good reputation in terms of animation. And there has been some concept art too for the show, which I will show you right here. And it's actually interesting because it looks just like the characters. I am curious as to how it is going to be animated this way. There is a lot of detail, but we will have to see. I'm sure there's going to be more stuff coming out, and when there is, I'll see about updating you guys on all that. And there is also already a script for the first episode, if I hadn't mentioned that already. The first episode is going to be titled Athenia. So they already have a script. So that's also great. So the way everybody kind of learned about this is from one of the cast members, Nathan Fillion, who played Captain Malcolm Reynolds. He made, I believe it was an Instagram post with some of the other cast members relaying all of this news and telling everyone to repost and to let everybody know that they have all this in the works. So they have all the pieces they need to get this thing going. I think the main issue is that they just need a streaming service. They need something to put it out there. However, I mean, if 20th Century Studios is on board, I know they're owned by Disney. So my guess is Disney Plus might put them on. So we'll have to see. I mean, if Disney Plus does take them on, great, they have a platform, but I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of Disney Plus. Then again, I mean, there's a lot of other streaming services that also take advantage of their customers, but I feel like Disney Plus is one of them. But I don't know, we'll see. If they do get a platform, then that's something. I think that's the last piece of the puzzle. So fingers crossed that they get that, especially if they're working on this thing. I think they will, though. I don't think they'll be putting all this effort and work in if they aren't sure that they're going to get something. So there obviously is a lot of hype around this. Firefly fans are really excited. I'm really excited. I remember watching Firefly and Serenity and absolutely enjoying it. My husband actually was the one who introduced me to it. You probably know Cowboy Chris, which is fitting because if you are familiar with Firefly, it's kind of like that space western combination. It's an interesting environment. It's an interesting storyline. The characters are really fun. So I am excited about it coming back. Now, in terms of cons, there are a few, and it's not just from me. I hear from, other people who, are hearing this news, maybe fans, but are skeptical. And it's fine to be skeptical. Again, you won't really know for sure till the thing actually comes out, but I get the skepticism. So some of the skepticism is, first off, it's one of those things that's coming back after so many years. And once in a blue moon, you get those kind of things, those kind of shows, those kind of movies that come back after a very long time and are actually enjoyable. Maybe one of those was Beetlejuice too, if I had to give an example. It wasn't better than the original movie, but it was enjoyable. So you get those. But then you do get some movies and shows that come back after many, many years, and it feels forced. I'm hoping it's going to land more in the realms of being enjoyable instead of feeling very forced. I know there's other people too that are not thrilled with the animation aspect. They rather have it live action. I get though why they're going the animated route. And I don't think it's a terrible thing because if anything, it kind of reminds me of, they did have Firefly comics. I don't know if they still make them, but there were Firefly comics outside of the show. So it kind of gives me those vibes. So I really don't mind it so much, but I do get where some people really enjoyed the live action, so they're, not too keen on it. Another issue that some people have is with the showrunners, I hear. So I think one of them, I don't know if it's Mark Guggenheim. Some folks are not too thrilled because he has a reputation of being involved in activism, and in some of his shows he throws in a lot of political stuff. So there are the fears that he may do that with this show. I don't know much about Mark Guggenheim, but if he does have a reputation for doing that, and if he does do that with this show, it would really suck. I'm not gonna lie. Not many people really want to have politics and things like that in their entertainment, you know, especially for a show like Firefly. So I get that, you know, you get a bit fatigued and you just kind of need that escapism. So I understand. And also the fact that Joss Whedon is not going to be involved with the show. He just gave his blessing. So that's another thing that concerns people. That actually, I guess I feel is the one thing that might be the worst out of it. Also, I guess if the showrunner does add politics to it, that I guess that kind of goes hand in hand with also the fact that Joss Whedon isn't going to be there. You could have the cast, you could have a great animation crew, you can have all the bells and whistles to make this show great, but if the people who are large and in charge and writing for the show and calling all the shots are going to make decisions that could not make the show very pleasant for viewers, that just eradicates everything. So I'm hoping that's not going to be the case. But otherwise, it does sound like fascinating news. We will see in due time how it all goes. I mean, if they're posting in Instagram and showing all the cool stuff going on, I'm sure there's going to be more. And if there is more and you guys are interested, I will try to share more with you, whether in another video, or you could always check in my community posts. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. If you are a Firefly fan, do you think this is amazing news, or are you a little iffy? Or do you think it's just a very bad idea? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, take care and peace out. Oh, also, if you like my work and you like sci-fi, I am working on an animated series of one of my original characters, Blacktail on Mars, which is based off of a webcomic that I had done way back in the day. So if you're interested, I'll be posting on my channel little tidbits of what I'm doing, and hopefully at some point soon I'll have the full series up for you guys to check out. So if you like my work, please like and subscribe. Hit the little bell, which I think notifies you about any updates that I'm doing, and that way you could check out maybe my original series. Oh well, anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.